Previously on Guardians of Fehal.
You all awoke on the morning of the third day back in Phaeon. Una had just successfully completed the ritual to summon her animal familiar and named him Spreewolf. Rowan had watched the ceremony, and then the two of them went to go show Nora and the twins. The twins had a late morning, with Hans and Franz, Josh's character, staying up late into the night with Nora to finish his magical weapon, and then laid it at his brother's footlocker to discover the next morning. Meanwhile that night, Hans and Franz, Andrew's character, was restless and went out for a walk in the woods and encountered his goddess Moru for the first time. They had a very meaningful conversation, and he promised to do whatever it takes to protect the Bendaya and her. In the morning, they discovered that the sword was enchanted with some attributes of Angeed, and it was named Inspiration. The party then heard a bunch of people going into the city and realized there was a festival going on to the goddess of knowledge. They went in, met Rhiannon in the crowd, explored the festival, participated in some of the events, and then finished the evening stargazing. On returning to the guild hall that night after the festivities, they saw Ben talking to a very grizzled-looking man who had come in late and was eating, and they discovered that it was Tristan Perez, the furrier and main overseer of the hunters in the area, who had come to post a job for 3 of his hunters had gone missing in the mysterious Whispering Vale, a pass in the mountains a week away from Phaeon. The adventurers decided that they would try to cut through the woods to save on time, and that's where we're going to pick up this week.
So, one thing to note too, so with supplies, we are looking at 14 gold, 1 silver piece a piece, and then I'm going to buy a second.
Well, most of the stuff we could get from the guild though, right?
Yes. The rations you guys do have to pay a bit for because when you go and ask Falstaff, he actually says that it'll be a little bit of money, whatever the book price of rations is. We won't worry about it now. And you get the sense that he was...
Tell you right now.
Okay.
It's 5 silver pieces for a day per person.
Okay.
So you said 14 gold?
Well, hold on.
Okay.
I didn't realize there was going to be changes.
That's why I'm just gonna hand wave it for now because I don't care that much about 5 silver from each of you. So Falstaff you get a sense that he's been talked to about not tracking rations, so now he's trying to be more strict about it.
Oh yeah, the inventory sheet says we're full up. Let me go get. They're all gone.
I don't worry about deducting the 5 silver. It was just something I was like, they probably will make you pay for rations, but.
Well, it's 5 silver times 5.
Yeah.
Well, not really, because we could go hunting and stuff too.
Why
didn't you say this in the message? I'm planning for supplies because then if we don't get to go hunting or we don't find anything, then
I'll feed you good berries.
have stuff. Good berries you can't live off of.
You can.
She said you can't.
Can't live off a good berry?
Well,
You cannot live off of good berries alone.
Yeah, you would be able to do it for a few days in a row, but it's like eating trail rations. Like, it's just not great.
Yeah. I got this bag of raisins.
Okay.
This'll work, right?
Who has an explorer's pack?
I think I have adventurer's gear.
Yeah, nope.
I'm pretty sure I do.
You have adventurer's gear? What is that? That's not even a thing.
What it says. Backpack gear.
Oh, that's just like your general adventure
That's just a
stuff.
category.
Well, considering that you don't need most of that stuff, I'm assuming it's gonna be what Nora's using.
Well, I would hold on to it.
Yeah.
Right.
Anything that's
Yeah, he carries all my heavy stuff.
heavy stuff, I would carry.
So the the explorer's pack comes with a backpack, a bedroll, a mess kit, a tinderbox, 10 torches, 10 days of rations, and a water skin.
I
And
have
we also
that.
have
Yeah,
50
we have-
feet of hempen rope.
I have all of that, yeah.
Yep.
I don't have the rations because I didn't need rations.
I cut every.
You gave all
I've got
your
a crowbar.
rations to me.
That's what it was. I've got a
I have
crowbar.
He
torches
gave all of
and
his rations to me. So
Crowbar, hammer, python,
Pitons.
piton. Oh, I do have 1 day of rations. Rope, tinderbox,
I have
torch,
silk
water
rope.
skin.
Instead of hemp.
Silk rope? That shit's super expensive.
Yeah, I know. But it's lighter.
Yeah, she's fancy like
Strong
that.
is the big thing.
Well, and like,
Silk
silk
is strong.
would be something that would probably come more easily for me versus him. I don't know. It's in
For your
my
locale.
backstory. Leave me alone.
I
They have
don't.
silk
They don't have
seals
silk.
up in the
They don't
north.
have silk on the Breaker Isles.
There's silkworms. It's fine.
They do not have
No.
silkworms on the Breaker Isles.
So,
I have all of that stuff that you listed, as well as navigation tools and fishing tackle.
okay.
Great, we have sextants.
So then I've
What?
got
Sextents?
a blanket for everybody, although I suppose you don't need one. Because
He just
bedroll is
emotionally-
just a bedroll. You also need a blanket. A bedroll
Yeah, I don't
will work
need
if
that
you're
shit.
staying somewhere warm. I don't know how warm it is.
I don't
It
need
gets,
that shit.
It
I'll
gets
take
to
one and
about
I'll give it to Nora to keep her
50 to
warm.
60 at night. So.
Still appreciate
Like, it's
that.
not bad.
But maybe a blanket's not a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me just mark down what people need here.
I mean, I got the explorer's pack because that's what
But that
we
doesn't
got.
have a blanket.
So blankets, we all need a blanket. So 5 blankets. Well, 4 blankets.
Oh, you're right. No blanket.
Which we can get those from the guild, I'm assuming.
Yeah, you can get them. I mean, they're
I'm
not
gonna buy one.
because you're picky.
You know what? You guys decide. Whatever. It's fine. I'm just the equipment guy. It's fine. You guys fucking pick whatever
Nora
you want.
wants a
Equipment.
blanket.
No, you guys just get off the guild. It's fine. It's fine.
Hey, buddy.
I planned this. It's
Hey,
fine.
buddy.
It's fine. Oh, it's fine.
You can have Una get whatever stuff she wants from the guild, but see, the rest of us are cooperating here.
Okay. So it's 5 silver pieces for a blanket, which
Mhm.
I'll mark this down here.
Okay.
I did 2 grappling hooks just in case we need them.
Yep.
Which are 2 gold apiece.
Mm-hmm.
This is $2.
Times 2, so 4 gold.
I wanted to get 2 climbers kits. She said the guild can borrow us one, so I did put that in there. And then I'm gonna buy one for 25 GP.
Okay.
Oh, good God. That's what I'm doing. And then 2 shovels. At 2 gold apiece.
Good. Otherwise, you guys won't be able to poop.
That's what the pooping tree is for.
That's what the bag of holding is for.
Hey, if
Yeah,
you
who
want to
has
use
their
it
bag
later.
of holding right now?
That's actually a question I was going to ask. Who among you is carrying the bag of holding?
Not you.
Una will.
Yeah,
Una will, because
Whoever's the loot keeper.
The
I
treasurer?
That's you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you get the bag.
I got the bag of holding,
And then,
bitches.
one thing to think about is just like what is going in there and what you guys actually keep on your
All those
person.
people.
Yeah.
I mean, right now.
something I
here,
was wondering
probably.
if we could stock up on before we actually head out is just a couple of empty potion vials.
I have
Good call.
3.
You have 3? Okay.
So we also have 3 2-person tents, 2 gold apiece.
Mhm.
And those.
And you're able to get those.
Are you using your 3? Or would you mind
I just have
sharing
them as
those?
empty
Okay.
because I figured there's some things that Una might want to grab,
Okay.
just in case, like dragon blood, basilisk blood,
Okay.
and stuff like that that could sit in a vial.
blood, more blood.
Yeah, so I just have 3 empty vials, and I'm sure I can use like my potions too.
The other thing I had on
Okay.
the list, Andrew, was the explorer's packs, which I wasn't sure.
Because
We all
considering
have
we're going
those.
into the forest, I'm going to be
You want to get
checking out
5
for
of
like some
them
herbs we can make
originally,
potions
but
for.
you wanted
Yeah.
to see how
So-
many, so I don't know how
Me.
many.
Because I have an
want
herbal
now.
test. So.
Does anybody want an explorer's pack?
No,
I think I'm good.
I have one.
So you don't need to get those then, unless you don't have one.
I'm
You're
sure
getting
House of
one.
France has something,
Okay.
but my starting gear has probably been used.
Sure. So you're
I'm gonna buy
replenishing.
That
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah, you can get an explorer's pack from the guild.
Can we get another healer's kit?
How many healer's kits do you need? I have one with 10 uses.
You have one?
Yeah,
I mean, I was just wanting one because
I have a
half
full one.
used, you know.
No, I have a full one. I mean, she's used to traveling by herself,
Mhm.
so having one was probably something she would have.
Okay,
Gotcha.
so for the 4 of us, it'll be 4 gold apiece.
Okay.
So Una has 3 gold.
What?
That's for the 4 of us,
Oh.
because you're getting everything from the
Yeah,
guild.
I'm getting everything from the guild.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. The only
I'll
thing
look
you
up
have
the
to
guild.
pay from the guild is just the the rations, and then
How long were you expecting?
Just let me know what
A week
Aaron
there,
and I
well,
owe
like,
you.
you
for
know
5 days at least there and 5 weeks back.
you know there's some small towns along the way
For
cutting through
gold?
the forest, but they're
Okay.
probably gonna have very limited stores of like what you can get there.
Per person?
So I have 5 rations now, so I'll probably
you
buy
probably won't need
6,
anything, will you?
and that'll be all my
Yeah.
gold.
Yeah, and
So
then
you said 4
know,
gold?
4 gold feet.
and you know from the map there is a very large town right outside the Whispering Vale that is called Windvale, and that is a bigger city, and you should be able to buy more supplies there. And that's depending on how the travel goes. You could either reach there like between 4 and 7 days. 4 would be if you guys did really well on your survival checks and like didn't dick around doing anything. But why would you do that?
Why would we dick
When
around?
anything can happen in the woods.
Into the woods and out of the woods.
Can you list off everything that each person got just one more time?
So each person.
A blanket, 10 portions of rations,
Okay.
and
Oh,
someone.
no, I
got a
didn't figure the
grappling-
rations in there.
Oh, okay.
She
The rations are
said-
separate? Okay.
Well, yeah.
We
And
got
they're-
the rations.
Oh,
So
okay.
everybody gets a blanket.
Oh, we just got the rations? Or no, we didn't get the
There are
No.
3 two-person tents.
Okay.
If he's getting one for himself, we'll take one, and then you two take
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, that'll work.
We didn't buy any torches because he's got a drift globe. I've got
And
my
I have
goggles that
cones.
you
Yeah.
can see at night.
That's also true.
The only thing I didn't put in there now, since you guys all have explorers back then,
Yeah.
you'll have your own stuff for a lot of this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Um,
adventuring gear.
yeah.
Okay.
So we've got all of our
So
rope.
just
That's pretty much
For
it.
me, it's basically
And
just
then
the
we've
blanket
got 2
then.
shovels. I'll take 1 shovel.
Do you want to give one to Hans and Franz or one to Rowan? Other Hans and Franz.
The
I mean, I
shovel.
don't know if we would.
Because someone else.
2, we're usually together.
Yeah.
So maybe Rowan wants to take the other one?
So
And then
shovel for
grappling
you.
hooks?
Yeah, and then 2 grappling hooks.
One for
I'll
you
take
and
one.
Who's
for
your
who else?
poop buddy?
Probably one for Rowan.
Yeah. Rowan then.
And grappling.
Okay.
And then who wants to take? Whoever wants to take the climber's kit from the guild, just make sure he rates it from the kit. When
I think
back.
you should take the climber's kit.
Works for me.
You're probably the best climber.
I'm a swimmer, not a climber.
Mm.
I'm
just swim up.
Uh,
To the
Oh,
side.
well then maybe you should take the climber's kit. I don't know.
I'm sure I could. My climbing. It was climbing acrobatics. or something.
Athletics.
It's
Athletics.
I'm a +2, so.
Yeah, you definitely need it.
Yeah, 'cause you get essentially a climber's kit will give you. I think it gives you advantage
Yeah.
Yeah.
on climbing checks.
Not like navigator's tools, which is just +2.
That's what I was saying. It had a
Where'd you get that
sextant.
from?
It's what
Navigator
you
shows
do
us coming.
to tell the time.
got
Is
it.
it in here?
That makes a little
It
bit
should be.
more sense.
A sextant.
I don't
huh?
know if we need a sextant.
on my thing.
Anything can happen
I
in
mean,
the woods.
it's a little early in the
Maybe
game
it's
for
in
that,
the background or
but
something.
It's my tools for my
Oh,
ranger.
for your background, probably.
yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows what
Yeah,
wild
'cause
and
you-
crazy
are you
people
an
are going to be
outlander?
wandering the
Yeah,
woods.
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure I am.
Feathermask tribe?
Ooh.
There
Kinky.
are 2 of us.
Yeah.
Do you think they use the feathers?
Feather leather.
Feather leather. Whoa.
No, there's 2 of
Yeah.
us.
That's hard to say.
I mean,
Feather- feather-
I am a pervert, but I have to just spoilers. I haven't included a sex cult in my game yet. So.
Oh, it just gives you proficiency.
I heard the word yet.
Missed opportunities.
Yes.
Yet.
Yet.
Right.
So I mean, I have 2 of them since it says +2.
Yeah. which
No, I was
says
going to try and
proficiency.
say feather leather daddy.
Feather leather daddy?
Yeah. Hard to say, apparently. Ooh.
Feather leather.
Undead wood.
You probably say that 3 times fast, be very difficult. Feather leather daddy, feather leather daddy, feather leather.
Yep, there it goes.
Alrighty.
Is there anything else you guys want to do before heading out of town?
Yeah, Hans and Franz was gonna go to the smithy,
Hey, yo, Smitty.
and just check on the availability of some iron ingots.
Okay. How many do you want?
5 pounds worth, cost per pound.
Oh, okay, so. if
So
you-
5 silver.
Yeah, 5
for
silver.
5 pounds.
Yeah.
Boom.
Sure. You can get 5 silver for 5 pounds.
Easy.
So you guys wake up and you're gathering supplies and stuff, and Ben brings over a piece of paper. He looks very tired, like he'd been up most of the night, and he hands it to you, Andrew, Hans, and Franz, because you were the one who expressed interest in it. And he says, "Oh, here's the job. Just let me know if you're gonna accept it." And looking at it, you can see like the details of roughly the travel and like the risk involved. It's definitely a more dangerous job because you are leaving and you're kind of going to go out in the wilderness, but it is a 3,000 gold reward
Damn.
for just finding.
Yep.
So what do we have to do?
You have to go and find
Where
out
do I
what
sign?
happened to Tristan's 3 missing hunters that he believes went missing in the area. You don't have to. They don't have to be alive for you to get the 3,000 gold.
We just
but
have to find the
you need
You
to
just have
find
to
out,
find out what happened.
There was a. It says he will pay an extra 1,000 if they are found alive. But
What if we have to kill
What if they're dead? Do they want the bodies?
yeah,
You
it
can
says
take
bring
their
back
head.
any remains or anything you can and
Bring them back that are
And if
alive.
there was, and it's basically bring
No
back.
guild
some-
member left behind.
No guild member left alive.
I remember when
That's later.
Oh.
I remember when
Good
they
heavens,
they
I'm
made
sorry.
that act. Kind of big controversy.
We had our 2 survival people. I should actually turn the TV on so you guys can see the map. Everybody can see it. Where? Because you actually have a physical copy of this map. So where's the remote?
Right
There's
here.
the remote.
Yeah, we
You
did
know.
have a physical copy, and I drew on it in Snapchat.
I mean, this is
So,
really cool.
obviously this is where you guys are. So the route that you all picked.
So we went basically straight towards the Purple Forest,
Yeah.
almost.
Pink
Well,
Forest.
we went to the Cutter's Grove.
We kind of went straight
basically.
towards.
Yeah, I have
Rosehand.
it
Yeah.
somewhere
Went
saved.
straight to like Rosehand. And then
Yeah, we went to
across.
Rosehand and then over to Windale because we didn't want to go over the mountains.
Yeah.
Icewind?
I'm gonna pull it up on my
Dear God, no.
computer really quick so you
Oh,
guys
this
can
is
see
regular
the track.
Windale.
Oh,
Wind
Wind Vale.
Wind Vale.
That means we're going to Cutter's Grove, whatever that is. So am
It's
I
a grove.
familiar with this forest at all?
You are a bit from doing some jobs. You've never traveled this far away before.
Have been to like Leafton or the
You
Border
haven't
Tower?
been here. Most of the forest jobs you've done were only about
Okay, so
like
pretty close.
a few miles in, and you guys are going more like 30 miles
Okay.
in a day. So yeah, no.
Pretty map.
I'm sorry, I gotta pull this picture up.
Don't be sorry. Just do it.
That's right, we can cut all this out.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus, this is super small.
Sorry.
It's okay. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Like I said, I did it in Snapchat.
We go this way.
Yeah, pretty much. I
Shit,
literally,
you want me
with
to-
my finger, drew a line. I was like, that looks good. I was like,
Okay, so you guys are gonna go this way. This beautiful
Cool.
trail making. Alright, so the way this is gonna work is we're gonna have some survival checks. And basically this is to see how much time it takes you to get places and if you get lost or not. So, you can either roll solo, or you guys could, one person could give the other person advantage.
with advantage.
Survival.
I need, oh wait, fuck, hang on a minute. Knock my dice over. You gotta do 5 checks for the day.
Okay. So check 1. Natural
Nice.
20 plus 4.
Okay.
So that one's going away. So that's 1.
Okay.
So 24 for the first one. 20 for the second one.
Okay.
17 for the third. 18 for the fourth.
Okay.
$13 for the fifth.
Okay. Well, you average
This
enough
one's
for
the
you
killer.
pass.
It's going well.
You guys are making
It has
really
to.
You guys are making really good time through the forest. You're not getting lost at all, and it's a very nice day today. The weather is quite fine and everything. It's summertime, so it's about like this mid-70s, maybe low 80s, but today there's a breeze going through the trees and it just feels pretty nice, and they act as a shade barrier. You see a lot of things on the way. Does anyone want to roll a d8 for me?
The tree spirits are smiling today.
Me!
Okay.
They are.
D8?
Mm-hmm.
Hiya! 5.
5?
I also have a question.
Yes.
While we are going through the forest, considering I'm guessing these are forests that Nora and Rowan have also not gone through.
Yes.
Not this section, at least.
Nora would like to keep an eye out for any sort of herbs
Okay.
that she either recognizes or can identify.
Okay.
And for the specific thing of finding things that could be potentially useful for like
Potion making.
potion making
Okay.
and stuff.
Give me a percentile die.
Percent. Okay. Where's a pretty one? This one. 50.
Roll another.
50?
Roll
Yeah,
another
roll
one.
Roll.
Yeah, let's
Both.
roll that one.
No, wait, no, let's roll this one because that is teal to me. So
54.
54. All right. You managed to find a few ingredients that can be used in health potions. Are you proficient in making health potions?
I have an herbalism kit and I am proficient in it.
Okay, then yeah. You know that these would be used for salves. So if you spent time making it, you could have a salve that would at least kind of stabilize and like reduce any like burn damage and give like a hit
Yeah,
point. Be like a good berry effect.
Okay.
So you can gather
She's just
some
gonna
of those.
gather the ingredients.
Is
but
that
not
something
make
she
anything.
needs to put in a vial, or are they dry herbs?
She can dry them out. She doesn't
Okay.
have to put them in a bottle.
I'll probably just take them and kind of like gather them into a small bundle and then place them inside of Rowan's
That
little.
means you're gonna smell good, unless they're like
door.
stinky herbs, and then you're gonna smell bad.
Everyone roll a perception check for me.
Uh-oh.
We're not using the player killer. I've learned, and that one rolled a natural 20, so we're staying away from that one.
Perception.
Oh, hey.
Yeah,
Wow.
not bad.
Nice.
21.
21.
Same as my past
21.
14.
21.
18.
16.
I'm busy watching the
She
ground.
had 14.
14.
And then, what's your guys' marching order? Are you all staying together, or some of you
Well,
going on ahead?
We're probably first.
How far ahead are you?
20 feet.
Maybe a little bit farther than that.
Not a mile.
Maybe.
Yeah, 40. Yeah, not very far. Like, far enough where, like, we can run back and be like, stop! But, like, far enough
And
ahead
be
where we
like,
can,
hey
like...
guys, slow down.
Yeah, I'd say about 40, 50 feet.
As you guys are walking a little bit ahead, you hear, like, it sounds like music.
Do we know which direction it's coming
It's
from?
coming a little bit southwest from you guys, like, probably, like, a few hundred feet ahead or so.
Is it like
Keep
from like a flute, a string
It
instrument?
sounds like an instrument.
singing?
Of some sort.
Yeah. Is it a wind or a string?
A drum set.
It sounds like a wind instrument, but not quite like one you've ever heard before.
Okay.
Well, let's just keep going.
Alright. As you guys keep going, make
Like,
another round of perception
make a-
checks.
Make a slight detour around.
Oh, God.
Big old board.
6!
6.
19.
7.
9.
We all rolled so good on the first one and then
Okay.
terribly, except for Sam.
Nora, you start hearing this noise a bit too, and you guys are all coming together now a little bit. Alright. You hear it, and it's actually a tune.
Can you describe? Oh.
Yep. I can't even believe you busted out a kazoo.
And it sounds just like that.
Pop goes the weasel.
Are you guys doing anything?
Guys, wait! Hold on. Does anybody else hear that?
Yeah, keep
Do what?
going.
Yeah.
Sounds like our death.
I mean, it kind of sounds cute, don't you
Does
think?
it sound like it's
Yeah, which
closer
is what
to
Things
us?
It
in the
does.
Woods want you to do.
I
They
mean,
want to sound cute, so you come
Make
in and
another
see it.
perception check.
Everyone?
player killer, come on now. Don't fail
I
me
hope
now.
you're enjoying this, Kirsty.
Nope, it failed.
15.
21 again.
10.
So you got a 2.
7.
7. Okay. Nora, because you are the only person who can hear anything.
Are all of you deaf?
Mhm.
You sit and listen, and then you hear the instrument stop making noise, and then you hear singing.
All around the countryside, I search high and low. I am for sure to finally find to the fountain of youth I go.
And you just hear this melody keep repeating and stuff. And then it goes back and forth in with the kazoo occasionally.
Guys, wait. They're singing this time.
What are you talking about?
Don't you hear it?
Oh, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, it sounds like what the fairies used to do in the mountains north of the Bendiah.
South.
Well,
East.
There was singing with it this time, and
Yeah.
I don't know, it sounded very cheerful.
I think I
Yeah.
heard
To lure you in. Let's keep moving.
Has Una ever heard anything like this before?
Give me a. What kind of check would this be?
Straight up knowledge.
History? Knowledge?
Yeah, you can give me a history check.
19.
It kind of sounds like the same tune from like a tavern ditty that you've heard, but the lyrics are different.
Okay. I can't remember the lyrics. Except for Fountain of Youth. That's all that sticks in my mind.
Rowan will. I rolled like a 15 on my perception check, so I assume I at least heard where it's coming from.
It sounds like a very sweet, kind of cheery voice singing, and this silly instrument sound.
Rowan will just sort of walk to the edge. Are we on a path, or just sort of making our way through?
You're just making your way through the forest.
Okay. He'll just like go a little bit a ways from the group, not very far, like a foot or two, towards the sound, and say, "Hello, is anybody out there?"
Christy, you hear somebody call out to you from behind you. What does your character do?
Oh my goodness me! Golly gee!
Oh my.
So you guys see this petite, like just a little over 5 feet, kind of coppery reddish blonde hair. Yeah, you got a picture that goes down to about her hips, and just a very sweet looking face, and got leaves all up in it and everything. And she's holding this instrument, and she looks like she has a travel pack.
Hi! Well, what's your name?
Oh, what beautiful eyes, they make you look wise. Oh, golly gee, what a wonderful treat. What beautiful hair and skin so fair. I like your snake, it's so creepy, I shake. Muscles so big, definitely not a twig. A bee on your chest, are you on a quest? Oh, dearie me, just look at me. My grandma's always telling me to mind my manners. I'm Lynn. Hello, travelers.
Hello, Lynn.
Hello, Lynn.
My name is Rowan.
We are Hans and Franz.
I squished my berries.
What kind of berries were they?
They were cherries.
Where the fuck did I tell you?
Lizzie, for the audio, I'm gonna need you to just take
I'm so sorry.
take a breather.
You okay, Christy?
I love you.
Oh man.
Well, what are you doing out here in the middle of the forest, Lynn?
I'm on a quest. Like the bee on his chest.
My chest.
His chest.
You're identical, it's okay.
What kind of quest?
To the fountain of youth I go.
Where's the Fountain of Youth?
Well, that's what I'm looking for. It's through a door.
What kind of door?
A secret one.
Do you know? Is it made out of wood? Out of vines? Maybe some leaves?
Brother, you make terrible doors.
No, it's a secret door.
This may
called
come
a
as a
curtain.
shock, but it's made of rock.
Oh.
Just like my...
Andrew, you get an inspiration point for that.
Oh.
What are you doing out here?
We're looking for some hunters that have gone missing.
Oh, there were some bad guys headed that way.
What way is she pointing?
I have no idea.
Towards Windvale.
West.
So west.
Yeah, to the
How do you know they were bad guys?
Do they have mustaches?
Well, they had people tied up.
Oh.
They had weapons.
How long ago did you see them?
2 days.
Do you know how many people were tied up?
3?
What did they look like?
They look like people tied up.
Did you happen to see anything else?
I was in a tree.
Oh.
Okay, made of rock, made of rock, made of rock.
She kind of walks up to you and just starts like squeezing your arms. Your muscles are really big.
Thank you, Lynn. But what
It's very
kind?
weird.
No, my muscles are great.
They are great, brother. Okay.
Look, if she wants to feel.
No, that's fine.
What kind of rock? Do you know?
By the mountains.
Mountains? Okay.
You're not even by the mountains.
I'm on my way. It's a long journey.
Where did you come from?
My village is in the mountain range between
She came from the
blooming
southeast.
meadows and the wind plains.
So she's going the same way we're going.
Blooming Meadows and the Wind Plains. Do we know where the Blooming Meadows are?
If
Yeah,
you
does
look
that
at
sound
the
familiar?
if you look at the map, you do know, at least from just hearing, that it's the region that borders one of the regions that borders the Wind Plains, on the southern end. And on your map, you can see it is this line right here. This river is the divider, but this marks the Wind Plains barrier, and this is the Blooming Meadows barrier.
So, like, northeast of the Cater Forest,
Yeah,
northeast
you
of
think
Meyerfield, Field, like...
Yeah, north. She probably means like northwest in the Cater Forest.
That's where she came from?
Yeah, that's what you think she's talking about.
And
But
we
she was-
haven't made it to Rosehand yet, have we?
No, we're at like not even Cutter's Grove, I'm assuming.
No.
Brother, I don't think this little child is very good with directions.
No.
Where is she going to? Cater Forest?
How old are you? You seem very young to be out here by yourself.
I'm a whole 19 now.
And you're just traveling by yourself.
Well, yes, if I want to be the best storyteller in the world, I have to have an ending to my story.
Well, traveling alone in the forest is a good way to get an early end to your story.
Why don't you come with us?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Golly gee, really me?
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm actually kind of a storyteller myself.
That's fantastic. My grandma is the best storyteller in my village, and I'm going to take her place, and I'm going to be even better, and I'm so excited.
What is your village called?
My village.
How old were you when you left it?
Oh, I suppose it's been about 2 weeks now, so 19.
I think you broke in.
Yeah, I think the offer to come with us still stands, so...
Who said that?
No! Come on! I already said it. I was just reinforcing it to move along. Unless there's anything...
Well, where is
that
she
any-
going? Just the mountains, right?
Well, I am going just southwest of Windvale.
Windvale is
Perfect.
over
We're
here.
going to Windvale.
Well, that's just conveniently.
Hans and Franz are just staring at the map. And
We have a map?
Just,
Yeah.
and just like finger pointing. Okay, she was here. She's over here. She's going over here. And just it's probably a good idea if you come with us.
Oakley dokley, dudes.
Because she was south of us when she ran into us, and now she's slightly backtracking, is what I'm understanding.
Well, she started off northeast, northwest of us. She
And-
went
Virginia
southeast, but she's trying to go straight west.
Well, she was southwest of us.
Yeah, just right now. What I'm saying, she
Yeah.
started off
Yeah.
Northeast,
West of
northwest
us.
of us.
She may have been a
She
little
went
lost.
southeast. It's fine.
May
It's
have
fine.
been.
May have been.
Well, I'm a storyteller, not a navigator.
I'm not saying so loud.
We're discussing this above table. Making
That's
commentary on...
I'm not a navigator either. That's why I come along with my friends.
So,
Well, you guys seem super
her
nice.
kazoo is kind of loud.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're trying to go through this forest,
I mean, we're not really being quiet anyway.
that's true.
But when it comes time to be quiet, Somebody will take the thing away from her.
Or you could just nicely ask and I can put it
Yeah,
away.
don't be rude.
This is a side conversation.
I just like to picture Hans and Franz and Una are like leaning back, like, all right, who's gonna
Well,
take
we
it?
started leading again. We're just
Yeah,
like,
we're just
okay,
okay, she's coming with.
Okay, so you guys resume walking now with this person. I'm same order as before. You two are out in front a bit.
Yeah,
And then
probably about 40 feet.
my Hans and Franz is out and back.
Okay,
Bring it up to
so
her.
where is Lynn gonna be walking?
I'm gonna walk by Nora.
Okay.
Okay.
Josh, give me a perception check.
No.
At the back of the lane?
22.
You guys are walking for like probably 20 minutes, and you're looking ahead and scanning, and you look at the group walking in the middle, and you see Nora, Rowan, and you see Lynn, and then you like look away, and then you look back, and now it looks like there's two Noras walking there.
Nora,
Yeah?
why are the two of you?
Do I see it?
Yeah.
She looks like me?
The sound doesn't work with Nora.
I'm sorry, like, he went in the back and you said you were walking by Nora.
I look like.
You said you were gonna look like
Haunted
whoever
Franz?
whoever you walked by. Okay, well then then it looks like there's a you walking in front of Nora then.
my eyes look so
Oh.
good.
She touched you.
Walking in
And
front
turned
of
into
Nora or
you.
next to
Next to
Nora?
Nora, where Lynn was. Sorry, I messed that up. I misunderstood.
Okay, we'll try that again.
Yeah.
Nora,
Yeah. What? Wait.
why
Wait,
am I next to
Wait.
you?
Which one of you is the real Hans and Franz? Now I'm freaking out.
We are Hans and
Lynn.
Franz.
Oh. Well. Lynn? How do you. How?
Come streaking out of the forest. A javelin.
I surely like your face, my new friend, so I thought I'd try it out. Don't worry,
Jesus
it's surely.
Christ.
Where?
Don't worry, it surely will end, new friend. It's nice to look so stout.
Hans and Franz just kind of starts flexing.
With a questioning thank you?
No, just like smolder. And just like trying to get other Hans and Franz to flex.
It's like a mirror.
Come on, me. I know you got the muscle for it.
She starts like mirroring his actions, but punches herself in the head.
Oh, maybe you shouldn't do that. You're not as good as I am.
How did
so-
you do that?
Oh, sorry.
How did you do that?
I just changed.
Well,
Can you change back?
can you change to anybody?
Well, I've seen you.
That's really different. I've never heard of that before.
What kind of magic is that?
As you're watching, she changes back into the living man.
Hey, Una!
Yeah?
Lynn can change her face too.
Well, we've heard this. I mean, we're not that far ahead.
Yeah, if you're not that far ahead, you probably would have heard the shouting because there was a bit of like tense moments.
I can change too.
Yeah, but Lynn doesn't have to like say or wiggle her fingers at all. She just does it.
Well, Nora changes to animals and she doesn't wiggle her fingers or anything like that.
Yeah, but I've seen that. We have collars in the tribe.
Collars.
You know,
CALLER.
I've never
Yeah,
turned
yeah.
into a tree before.
It's pretty fun being a tree. As far as I can tell. Would you like to try as well? Oh, I'm rhyming too.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
It's contagious!
Really swell.
This is beautiful.
I knew that we would be really good friends.
Till the end.
Nora just like anticipates, like watches to see if she ends up turning into a tree.
Just like
just yeah, exactly.
piss on chin.
If you want to, you can.
And she looks very similar to Rowan now.
Similar.
More leaves.
Okay.
And there's some flowers in the leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
A feminine Rowan.
Yeah.
Does she have boobs?
Rowan, can you bloom?
And she takes one of the flowers out of her. Ow! And she puts it up on.
Oh,
your shoulder.
Thank
The
you.
flower is real?
It's an illusion. Okay, the winking doesn't make it reality.
Nora just crafts the same type of flowers and sticks them in the same places, trying to mimic it and like modeling your version of Rowan on actual Rowan.
I must say, it is very interesting seeing something just like me, as I'm pretty sure I am the only one around.
It's kind of strange having to look down at things, though.
Tell me about it.
Is this part of your storytelling then? You change what you look like?
No, it's just who I am.
You've always been able to do this. Is it...
Have
Well, my
I
village
heard
is changeling.
of creatures or beings?
What?
My village is a changeling village.
Ever heard of them before?
Give me a history check. Anyone who wants to.
Nope. I mean,
What's a changeling?
I don't know if we really have
Oh.
anything like that in the Bendaya, but maybe we heard about it in our
17?
travels.
It doesn't sound quite familiar. No, there's stories of changelings, like, you know, getting left in cribs and the Fae taking babies and stuff, but this sounds a little bit different than that. So that's probably the closest thing you'd have in reference to that.
So she was a stolen Fae baby?
In Una's mind, that's the only thing that makes sense right now with the
So-
changeling thing.
She was a stolen human baby or a Fae baby that was left behind?
Fae baby that was left behind. But you also know that knowing Fae actually don't do that, but that's what everyone has stories about them doing, so...
And she looked elfish, right? Pointy ears, pale skin, super long hair.
Well, the image had your ears completely covered in hair,
Oh.
So just
but
human looking.
very fair.
Human looking.
Human looking, not elven features.
No.
Could you give me a Dr. Pepper?
As you two are walking ahead of everyone else, you're making pretty good time through the forest, even though you're getting a little distracted by the conversation. Behind
I'm
you,
watching them change into each other.
is there anything you guys are doing in the front other than scouting and
At
trying to
this
find
point,
a path?
yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm
Looking
talking
for the-
to.
Oh, I was gonna look for tracks of the bandits that she pointed out, or the bad guys that she
Okay.
pointed out. I guess that's what Una would be more
Well, I'm helping
concerned
her
about.
with that. I would be talking to her about my concerns with Lynn
Okay.
because she said she wanted to be my brother, which is a very odd thing to say. And
I'm a good role model.
I'm not talking to you, brother. Shut up. And just kind of like, this all seems very weird to like meet her in the middle of the forest. And
I do agree that I'm not very familiar with forest beings, but from all the tales and stories, things that people meet in the forest are usually not good.
mhm.
So yeah, I do agree that it's a little interesting, especially since she's a little more out there than most of the humans I've ever met before, even though she looks human. But she's a changeling, and I guess I've heard some interesting stories about them. But
Yeah, I don't know anything about them, but it seems weird. And I'm gonna stop doing that voice at all because I can't. Seems really weird.
there's a reason I'm not as open with her as I normally am with people, and it's because we met her in the woods.
Yes, normally I don't mind meeting new people, making new friends, but the little forest is a bit weird. I'll give her the benefit of the doubt, but I'll keep my eyes open.
As will I.
Do we find any tracks?
Give me survival checks.
Oh.
15.
It doesn't really look like it. There's animal tracks and everything, but there's not really like footprint tracks that you can see. Look more like Give me a nature check.
11.
You're not sure what kind of footprints they are. They're just animal footprints.
Is it a hoof or a paw?
It's a hoof.
What do you do?
Are you singing that song this whole time with the kazoo too? Now that you're with us?
No, we're just having pleasant conversation in the back.
We're just talking right
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was just wondering if she's constantly playing the kazoo, what Una would do. It's not my fault. My name rhymes with do.
You do also notice that she has a banjo and a harmonica.
Oh goodness.
Oh.
Fucking deliverance. Javelin comes streaking on the tree.
A kazoo, a banjo, and a harmonica. The trio. The Holy Trinity.
Do you have coveralls on with no shirt underneath? Because that is the standard wear of the last person you ever meet.
Good thing she's got a dress on.
Hail, travelers, and well met. Thank you for listening to our podcast. This is a totally new experience for all of us, and we're glad that you're here with us. Our story lives in many places, but all of them lead back to Patreon. Full episodes of our podcast are released every 2 weeks on our Patreon for subscribers only, and half episodes of our sessions are available weekly on YouTube and wherever you find podcasts starting the following week. So, if you hate waiting, subscribe to us on Patreon for early access. If you like the show, consider sharing it on Twitter using hashtag #TheWesterverse. You can also follow us all over other social media accounts named The Westerverse for updates and other RPG-related content. That about wraps it up for our shameless plugs. Now, onward, adventurers!
I do have a dress on. I am back to the form that you
The
meant to
lit.
get now.
What we presume is Lynn's true form.
The form you met me in.
Yeah.
Right.
So, Lynn, how many times can you do that?
Oh, every couple minutes or so.
No, every couple seconds.
Yeah.
You can do it every
every
turn.
Kind of what I want.
For like ever? You don't have like a limited number of times you can.
Well, that's what changelings do. Some of us like to hide it because some people get really freaked out, but I embrace it.
I think it's like the most amazing thing ever. Because, like, I can change too, but I only can change a couple times a day. But to see
That would
somebody.
be horrible.
Well, it's not really that bad,
I
but.
can't change at all.
Yeah, I am always
But
this
you
way.
look very nice. All of you look very nice. I don't like what I look like
What do
now.
you look like?
What do you look like normally?
Is this not what you look like normally?
No, this is just my favorite look.
Oh.
I found
look
a
like
dryad that I really, really thought was pretty.
And what'd you do with it?
Probably
That
like.
is not a very gentlemanly thing to ask.
I cut out a heart and air soul.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking as well.
So, why are you looking for the Fountain of Youth?
Well, because it's a story from my family history and nobody knows where it is anymore, and I want to find it so I can be the storyteller that has the ending. Nobody has the ending.
So nobody's ever found it?
No, it got lost a long time ago.
Is it like a fountain like you'd have in the city? Or is it more like a waterfall? Or maybe a spring? Nice little pool of clear water?
It was a stone pool of water.
A stone pool of water.
That's what Grandmama says. And
With
her
a
Grandmama
stone
told
door.
her that too.
Okay.
I think we should find it.
I think we're already on a mission. We've got some hunters to find. I mean,
I think it is her story to tell,
I-
but we can help
yeah.
her get safely to the place that she needs to go to finish her story.
Well, we can at least get her to Wind Vale, but
Yeah.
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 if those guys are 2 days ahead of us with 3 guys that may or may not be our hunters,
Yeah.
we should really focus to try to get them back alive.
Yeah, this. Fountain of Youth will be there after our mission, but I mean, if we've got hunters that are missing, quite probably in danger, maybe not dead, I mean, we have to save them.
Right.
Of course.
That makes sense.
Off to Wind Vale? Are you ready, Elaine?
I sure am.
Andrew and I are going to stay in front.
Okay.
Una's going to pop out Spreul, though.
Okay, he pops off of your
And
tattoo.
tell him telepathically to keep an eye on Lynn.
Okay. He does his little chirp. And then goes and flies.
Haha, sucker!
The frog just stares at the snake jet in his hand, like,
One day.
One day we'll come alive.
Not to quash role-playing stuff, but
Nope,
I just
that's
want to know if there's anything else you guys want to talk about on your way. Because you're making good time, there doesn't really seem to be any obstacles, so without issues, you guys are going to arrive to Cutter's Grove when it's like early evening. But I want to make sure if you wanted to talk a little bit more amongst yourselves, you could.
I mean, Una's just going to focus on keep going, especially if she knows she's 2 days behind them.
yeah, that's
like,
a big thing.
She's trying to make up as much time as possible, so it's going maybe at a faster pace, maybe not as quiet.
Nora's
Give
just
me-
trying to keep up with them.
Una and Hans and Franz, give me an intelligence check. Or no, give me a wisdom check.
Ooh, 20!
Okay. Una, you're thinking about it as you're walking, and you remember that the mission poster, and you actually kind of pull it out and look at it. The info that Tristan put on there said that the 3 hunters have been missing in the Whispering Vale, which is a ways away, and that he noticed that they were gone. No one's seen them for like a few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So you're pretty sure that whatever she's talking about with the tracks, you don't think maybe it's related, because it's a different area. It's so far away.
Not that the hunters came back and then on their way back got kidnapped?
No.
Okay.
The last time that they were seen, according to the job posting, were at the cities around the Whispering Vale. Like the South City, which is Wind Vale, and then the one up above that, whose name is not on the map right now.
Okay.
So you're thinking about it, and you're like, if that is somebody, like if Lynn saw somebody be abducted, they are probably somebody else, and it's not the hunters that at least that's
doesn't
what
make it any better.
No, but I'm just saying.
They're not connected, but still they're kidnapped.
Yeah.
It's still a bad thing.
Yeah.
Basically, if we come across them,
Yeah, I
great.
didn't-
If not,
I
it's
didn't
probably
think
not our
Yeah,
house.
I just wanted, I'm like, you guys probably would realize that, but I wanted to check, so.
I mean, either way, people tied up by bad guys,
Yeah.
that would make Una uncomfortable.
So you guys arrive into Cutter's Grove. I'm going to pull up my details about it really quickly.
So is this like a small lumber
Yes.
village, like a hamlet?
It's more of a small
Not,
village.
not that much murder.
There's only about 600 people in this town. It's a secluded village in the trees. This small village has no stone houses, all wooden with thatched roofs. There is a general opening between the 2 rows of houses, which would make you assume it's a road, but there's not actually a formal road per se. The ground is mostly matted down soft grass and some dirt. The small gardens dot every backyard, and ivy climbs up a grand 2-story home in the center of the city. Near the south end of this town, there is a rather unusual stone tower that is crafted from limestone. It is 3 stories tall and very thin, only by 20 by 20, but it features lookout slats.
Wow, limestone tower.
Mm-hmm.
So that
Now
means if
that's
you
some
lick it, it tastes like
craftsmanship.
lime?
What?
Does that mean if you lick it, it tastes like lime? Sorry.
Una, that's not how limestone works.
It's a very terrible building material.
Lime.
That's actually right.
Now I'm
one just
picturing an
tastes it.
actual.
Is this what lime tastes like?
I never tasted lime.
Put it in the coconut first.
Shake it all up.
Coconut stone.
It looks like there is a very small general store that is like closing up for the evening. And then you can see a building that looks more like an inn. It's only about 2 stories tall, and it's wood and thatched roofs. And...
Are there people walking around, or is it like pretty empty?
No, there's people walking
Okay.
around. There's specifically a well in the middle of town, and there's a lot of people drawing water for like the evening time.
I think I found the fountain.
There's no stone door.
There's
Rowan just
limestone.
like looks around.
Maybe it's like inside the limestone door. Is there there a door to the tower, or is it just open? The limestone one? Is there like a door?
There's a door
or is
at
it
the bottom of it. So where are you guys going in the town?
I mean,
There's
we
still
have
like about
time,
an
we
hour.
can go
Yeah, well,
camp.
do we want to camp or
I
do
just
we
keep
want to
going.
go into an inn? Because I mean,
I say we keep going. I mean, we can always set this place back up on the way back.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, push until it gets too dark,
and then camp.
and then camp. 'Cause
Yeah.
Camp
on our way
watches.
through, I will stop somebody, whoever's on the street, and ask them if there's been any talk of bandits in the area, people missing.
Oh, we've had a few villagers go missing. But that's because there's apparently some sort of satyr going out and stealing the lumberjacks.
a satyr?
A satyr. That's what they say. Some sort of goat man. I don't know. Unless old Jimmins is crazy.
Krampus! Oh no!
Goat man? Lynn, do you know what the goat man is? A satyr?
Is it just a man that goes bah?
Give me a history check.
Would Nora know?
Are you training?
10.
10? You have no idea what that is. You're assuming it's exactly what you said. You can give me give me a nature check.
Nature? No, I've been
Dice jail.
I need dice jail. Nature, you said?
Mhm.
15.
15. The sound of like a half man, half goat creature does sound familiar, like something from stories that you've read. They're usually like mischievous, they like to play the pan flute, and they also like to get people drunk. That's what you've heard about them.
Alright.
Alright.
Is it at night that they take them?
Yeah.
Or during the day?
What?
Is it at night that they take the lumberjacks or during the day?
It's happened a few times. Sometimes the lumberjackers are out there late in the evening, and then other
The
times
what now?
The lumberjackers.
Yep. Yep.
that's what he calls them. It's small town. That's what it is.
The lumberjackers?
The lumberjackers.
Yep.
My next softball team.
Yeah. He says sometimes they're happen out in the woods in the day, and other times it's more of the people who stay out late working in the trees, which is pretty dumb. You shouldn't be cutting trees at night anyway. Not saying they deserve to get kidnapped. I'm just saying it's not smart of them.
Good way to have the tree fall on you.
I know, that's what I said. And you know what? Earl was out there the other day, and I swear he was still cutting at night. He hasn't gone missing though, but no, there's been like 5 who've gone missing.
When was the last people that went missing?
It was a day or 2 ago. I don't really remember. Our local
Calendar's weird.
our local Arctoy is looking for him right now.
A who what now?
Arc toy?
The Arctoy.
The Ock toy?
Yeah.
What the heck is an Ock toy?
Nightman?
No, she's a ranger of sorts. She's from one of the temples.
Does that mean that you're an Octoy, Una?
Not that I'm aware of.
Not unless she's devoted to the goddess of the hunt and the moon. Nope. And he kind of like whispers, and if they're unmarried.
Well, I'm unmarried.
Then maybe you are one. I don't know. You probably would know though. I think you have to go through some ceremony or something.
Why do they have to be unmarried?
Because she's a virgin goddess. You can't be married.
Virgin goddess. Right.
Why would a goddess want you to be a virgin? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, I'm not one to judge what the gods ask for, but I know that's
Why
one of the
not?
requirements.
Why don't you ask these questions?
Why would I?
There's no reason not to.
There's no reason to.
Well, you seem
it's-
very upset about it. You said it really quietly.
Well, you don't want to scream like virgin out on the street. It feels
Why
a
not?
little rude.
Why sexuality should be a form of shame?
Yeah, are you ashamed?
No. Well,
Why are you getting so red in the face, sir?
I'm laughing.
Alright, let's stop interrogating the nice man and
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I'm just.
There's no
I'm just asking
interrogation
questions.
here. He can leave when he wants. He's choosing to stay as part of this conversation. Okay, have a good day, sir.
You too.
Thank you for the information.
Wait, what was that? What was that word again? The toys?
Octoy.
Octoys.
O-C-A.
Don't forget the
Oh, wait, I'm sorry, there's an R in there. It's R.
Clem.
Toy. That's how it was said in. It's a Greek word. It basically, for the listeners, it specifically, I borrowed it off of like the followers of Artemis. They were called that, and it means she-bear.
She-bear?
She-bear.
Wait, like she-bear or she-bear?
She-bear, as in, rawr, bear, I'm gonna eat your face off.
Female bear.
Virgins.
Yep. The rangers that worship the moon
The
god.
Virgin Rangers.
Yep. Yeah, they're female virgin rangers.
Do you have the actual Greek spelling there, honey? Like Greek letters?
No.
Okay. Because for some reason I feel like it's being mispronounced.
Do you read ancient Greek?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He does a little bit because his dad does.
Yeah. I know the alphabet and how to pronounce all the letters. Yeah.
Okay.
Nerd.
So, yes.
God, you're such a nerd.
Iota Kapalama Mu see. Anyway, sorry.
Anyway, so you guys are gonna camp outside the village.
We're gonna keep going. First.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah,
keep
No,
going.
we're going past the village.
However far we can get away from the village.
Let me see. You guys have been traveling for about 6.5 hours, so you can go about another hour and a half out of the village, and then you're gonna have to make Constitution saving throws or take
That's
some
what we'll
exhaustion.
do.
Well,
Perfect.
Yeah, we'll just...
Well, we'll just rest before we make the saving throws, probably.
Yeah.
As we're gonna
just go another hour and
Just
a half.
another hour
out
outside
and
of town. We don't need to bed down with these hicks.
The lumberjackers.
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay.
I'm a lumberjacker.
That's some nice wood you got there.
I do think that we should take shifts if there's something stealing.
Oh,
I
for
agree.
sure, for sure.
I like your
I'll take
wood.
the darkest
Thanks,
period
Robert.
since I can see in the dark.
Rowan and I can probably go like right before or after you.
Okay, probably before, and then you
Sure.
can go in the morning.
Well, I'll just have the drift globe, so I'm fine anytime.
Yeah, but it's kind of like a giant
Yeah, we don't want to do
beacon.
that, Bella.
No, I can leave the drift globe and be out away from it.
Again, that's
No,
like
we
a
don't want to
giant
bring
beacon.
more
I have dark
attention.
vision too, so.
Yeah.
I can see in the dark.
So maybe you should pair with somebody with dark vision. Well, no, I have my goggles. You pair with me. It's fine.
Okay.
So I'll go
I
in
don't know
the
why
middle
when I
since I
talk to
can see
you, I
the
have to do the
furthest.
voice. Anybody else, I don't.
Yeah, we can go before you and they can go
Yeah,
after
so
you.
first, second, how far
It's
can
your
you see in dark
dedication.
vision?
And I appreciate
Okay,
that.
so I'll take her too, because you
That's
guys
Yeah.
have 30 or
appreciate
60.
I have 60.
Because I have
Yeah,
90.
Warforged
No.
don't have dark vision.
Do you have 90 or 60?
You have 90.
You rely on me.
I have 90.
I'll just perch on your shoulder.
I'll stick with
60
Lynn.
plus your 30.
So who are the pairs going in what order? You're
First.
first.
They're first.
Norn
I'll go
Rowan
with
first.
Lynn second.
Third.
And then there.
Okay. All right. Norn Rowan, give me perception checks.
Yeah.
+2.
I can't reach you.
What the
Sorry.
heck
I
was
can't reach her.
She's 20.
20.
All right. You guys are going into your watch for the evening, and you just hear so far the night sounds and music and everything. Like, not music. You hear the sounds of the night, the birds. You hear birds chirping, and then just crickets and everything. The normal sounds of summer. Nothing beyond that. Is there anything you guys are doing during your watch?
Nora's gonna be looking through her herbalism kit and slowly like grinding up some of the herbs that she found in preparation. And meanwhile, she's humming. Just very quietly to herself.
Javelin just falling over.
Rowan's just
Thank you.
he's kind of, he can't see much in the dark, but he's looking around at the trees around him that he can see, and he says, "This reminds me of home."
It is a lot like home with all the tree cover and the greenery everywhere. It's a lot different than the city.
Yeah. I wonder how Mama and Papa are doing.
I don't know. I haven't really checked to see if they've sent us anything recently. They know that we're in the city, but I don't know whether or not they've replied to our last letter.
I hope they got it.
Me too. But remember, we're getting those sending stones so that we can talk to them a little bit more. maybe keep more in touch with what's going on in the village.
Yes, this will be very helpful.
Perhaps we need to start planning a trip back sometime.
I think that is a good idea.
Hmm.
How are you feeling about all of this?
I'm okay. I'm hanging in there. It's hard some nights, you know, thinking about Mama and Papa and the village and the river. But I just try to keep it out of my head and continuing on, especially with the new friends. It's making it a lot easier.
Yes.
And luckily, you're still here with me, so.
I will never leave you. I hope you would know that.
Oh, I do, and it feels really, really good.
And I am very proud of how brave you were at the river the other day.
Thanks. I tried. I know I can't get all the way into the water. I mean, once it started getting up into my nose, I kind of started freaking out a little bit. But at least I was able to finally, you know, get some way into it. I know it wasn't as much as I had hoped, but
I know Mama and Papa would be proud.
I hope so.
And Rowan just goes back to looking at the trees.
Nora keeps grinding. It's catchy, isn't it?
Second watch.
So during
Una and Lynn.
our shift, I'm gonna send Spriel out to the edge of my 90 feet vision, probably at like 85 feet,
Okay.
and have him kind of do circles around the camp, so because he sees an additional 60 feet
Okay.
as well.
Roll perception checks for me, both of you, and then Megan, you need to roll one for Spriel
Spriel,
too, and you got to use his
Big fat
stats.
feet.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining I'm like,
So I have a 20 for me.
Okay.
My passive is 11.
Okay.
Oh, Spriel's a shit.
gets
What?
distracted by the little bugs on the ground.
5.
Okay.
5 for Spriel.
All right.
Spriel says nothing.
I'm gonna be sitting near Nora, but not sleeping yet.
Right, because you're in Sentinel
yeah.
mode. You don't
Well,
have to
not
sleep.
not even in
Scanning.
Sentinel mode, just like
Out and about.
sitting there.
watching.
Yeah, just in case.
It's 5 to watch.
What? Oh
Wow.
I don't know. Sorry.
I gotta make it.
My brother.
I do not understand what that means.
Since everyone's dying.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Do you guys talk at all on your watch or anything like that?
I mean, Una's gonna sit there unless Lynn strikes up a conversation, I guess. But it's the middle of the night, so she doesn't want to wake up anyone. So, does Lynn want to say anything?
So where are you guys going?
Well, we're looking for a few of our guild members that went missing up in the Whispering Vale.
Jeez, that's a very dangerous area, so I hear.
Yeah, that's why they went missing. I think is they weren't prepared for whatever they found.
Well, I appreciate you guys letting me come along.
I think it's safer to have you with people than by yourself, especially in the woods.
It's taken a long time to get this far. I'm spending a lot of time hiding in trees. You guys caught me by surprise.
Why were you hiding in trees?
This is a kill dryad.
Right? Right?
Well, when I see people coming and they have weapons, and I can be very, very much too trusting at times, and it's kind of gotten me into some trouble. So now when I see people coming with a bunch of weapons out, or like dragging people that are bound, I climb a tree and just wait for them to go by.
You've seen a lot of that since you've been traveling?
It's dangerous times.
Do I know how common that would be for her to like constantly be up in a tree, pretty much?
Just give me an insight check, and
Okay.
then Christy, roll a d20, and if you're telling the truth,
gosh.
you give me a persuasion check. If you're lying, roll deception. You don't have to say which it is, and then tell me what the total is.
I have a 9, so I'm gonna believe whatever she says.
13.
Okay, 13.
Okay.
Okay. She seems genuine. Like maybe you're not sure if it's because she's actually run into that much stuff and she's just been very good at hiding. You know, staying up in the trees can be a very safe way to sleep. But it also could be that, like, because if she really is kind of out on her own for the first time, maybe everything seems that dramatic. So she's earnest, but maybe it's a little bit more dramatic because to her it's quite dangerous. Versus some of the stuff you've actually encountered, you're like, it took me like months to encounter something that scary.
Okay. So I heard you mention that the way you look now isn't the way you actually look. So what do you look like?
Oh, I can show you.
Yes, please.
It's very interesting right
Well,
now.
then she changes.
5 watch.
Yep.
And she looks similar to that.
Oh.
Pale skin.
Very
Like
pale,
white.
Very pale hair.
Yeah, white skin, white face, grayish white eyes.
So white face? That's terrible.
Literally a white face.
But also taller than you were before.
I'm 5'2", I believe.
Your height doesn't change.
No, my height changes.
Oh.
To an extent, yeah.
Well,
Okay.
the illusion's height
Yeah.
can be up
But
to like
she-
a foot different, but her height is still the same. She would still see.
Yep.
So why don't you like traveling like this?
A lot of people are scared of me. There's a lot of very much untrue stories about changelings, and so most of my family and my friends decide to just stay remote in a village. And
If I was you, I would stay in this form when you're traveling alone, because it means people would probably avoid you more.
True.
And it would probably make you a little safer.
I don't know, some people get scared. I don't want to scare anybody.
You can always change if they seem friendly. But like when you like come across those guys that like tied up the guys with weapons out, I would stay in this form versus your other form, just in case.
Okay, well, I'll try. I just hope nobody's scared when they wake up.
It'll be fine.
Una, as you're talking, like something out of the corner of your eye like catches you, and it looks like there's just some rock, like a rock floating, and like there's a bag, one of the adventuring bags is open, and it looks like the rock is getting lifted to be put in the adventuring bag.
Do I see what's putting it
You
in?
don't see anything doing it.
It's a floating
It's
rock.
just floating.
A floating rock is going in one of the bags?
Yes.
Do I see where? So is the bag being held in one and the rock kind of going it looks like maybe
It looks like someone is holding the bag open, and then like a rock is getting, like someone flipped the bag flap open, and now a rock's getting put in there.
I'm gonna shoot to I'm gonna pull my bow and shoot slightly like an inch or two above the rock.
Give me an attack roll with disadvantage.
Don't fail me now. Okay, a 15.
Well, she's trying to miss
Oh.
it, right?
No, I'm trying to hit
Oh,
whatever.
you're trying to
I'm not
hit
hitting
You
the rock.
hit.
Okay.
Roll me damage.
So does this account towards
Yeah, you get
my
your
ranged
bonuses,
ability? So
yeah.
since if I hit with my second one, I get additional damage. So I will fire again.
Okay.
Is this one at disadvantage, or since I hit the first time, not disadvantage?
Let's do damage.
Well,
first,
do
too.
damage
Okay,
first.
damage first, which is 8 points of piercing damage.
You strike, and like you see all of a sudden this creature that was invisible has an arrow through its throat, and it literally drops the rock and falls over dead with blood spurting out of it. And it makes a pathetic little and you see the body of some small little humanoid with wings.
Oh no!
And, like,
It's still the fairy.
Good girl. Good girl. Troublemakers.
So yeah, you just saw me like see something and then pull my bow out, and like 2 seconds later
She
kill
literally
something.
shot the bow next to Nora's bag.
Well, Lena's up in a tree with a crossbow.
I guess I
You're
would.
just up in the tree.
I would call Spree a little closer, and then I'd go and look at the thing with wings. So what does it look? Does it look like a fairy?
It looks like like a fairy.
I totally
Right.
just killed a freaking fairy.
Good job. Good job.
How far away from me is this happening?
Oh yeah, you'd probably see it.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
mean, depending on what
It
it
beat
is.
your passive because it was invisible, but it looks like you know what it is. It's a sprite. They're
Okay.
little shit makers.
Okay, so I
and-
don't like them.
No, and you're looking at it, and you can see, like, some of them can be okay, but they're usually very trickstery. They like to pull pranks. This one looked like it was putting rocks in Nora's bag to make it heavier.
That little creature was trying to mess with my sister.
Is it a nice thing or a not so nice thing?
I've seen these in the woods back home. They are not very nice.
Well, it's a good thing Una didn't miss her.
Very true.
Shot through Nora's foot.
I guess I would look at it and see if there's like anything on its body or if it's
No, it's
Move
completely
the body, move the body.
naked. It's
Okay.
just like a little naked humanoid creature, and it's got wings.
Can I get my
you just
arrow?
See her fondling some little naked kid.
It's like it's a tiny creature. It's not the size of a child.
It's like a foot
It's like
tall.
an
It's like
infant.
a foot.
Can I get my
Fondling
arrow
an
back?
infant.
Or do I lose my arrow?
No, you can get your arrow.
Butterfly wing.
Yep. I guess I would carry it away and like hide it in a bush or something.
How do you kill?
Like roadkill, you bring it to the side of the road.
There's
Let's
still
see.
like blood of it kind of splattered from like on Nora's
I like
bag
push
and
like
the
dirt on
rocks.
top of it or whatever, just so it's not like sticky
Yeah,
anymore.
there's-
So like just like kick some dirt on
There's
it and
still
then
some
carry
on
the
Nora's
body.
bag though.
Oh.
Oh,
From you
It's fine.
shooting into that.
I'll go over and take the rocks out.
It managed to get like 4 rocks in there.
Wow.
What is this?
It's invisible.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess I would like kick dirt to cover like the blood a little bit that's on the ground, and then like kind of like carry the pixie over and then like drop it in a bush or something.
Then climb
You want
down the
bears?
tree.
That's how you get bears.
Do you want ants?
Fairy meat is very delicate, but also very sweet.
Okay.
It's like a candy cane.
Am I familiar with that? Probably not, since I've never seen one. of
I
these
don't
creatures
know.
yet,
You would
yeah.
have never considered to eat one. You
Yeah.
considered
No, it
so
looks
much
like a human, so probably not. Yeah.
Little tiny
It looks like you
person.
murdered a little Barbie doll, basically.
Well, those deserve to die.
Like literally, the arrowhead is the size of its neck. It's kind of impressive you hit that small of a target.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I would like go and then I'd go back to my perch and then have Spriel go back once I'm done taking care of that stuff. And
Ron will take a quick scan.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Oh, 20.
Hopefully you just scared away all of them, so
Yeah.
or make them attack
Yeah, 20.
the two.
You don't see anything, but you kind of hear like it sounds like a little bit distance away, like hoof prints walking away.
Hoof prints.
Footprints?
Mhm.
Do I hear
Like
the
a
direction?
goat walking
Oh.
Bat.
Away?
away. It's kind of far away. It's out of your guys' line of sight, but you can kind of hear like
Wow,
distantly.
it's over 90 feet and you can hear that crap?
He rolled really good.
I rolled a 20.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for it.
Mhm. But it's walking away.
Okay. I don't think I'd tell you yet. I think I just keep an eye out. A very close eye out.
Okay.
Just like
Yeah. I finished. I killed something, I guess. So
You're
You
really
get
What
spirit
is that?
points.
gonna sit
That's
there,
awesome.
just kind of watch again and have Spriel kind of flutter around and look and see if he sees anything again. So he's at 85 feet from me and he can see 60.
Yeah, have him
so.
give me another perception check.
Don't fail me now, sparkling great eye.
oh,
Okay.
19.
21,
Okay.
I believe. Let me double check because it's based off of his wisdom. 21.
Okay. He says as he's kind of like floating, like flying around, that about like out from him, about 40 feet out from him, there's like there's a large creature that looks 4-legged, walking away. It has cloves and horns.
4-legged.
Mm-hmm. That's what Spriel says. But it's walking away.
I would tell him just to keep an eye and make sure he doesn't come closer. Or
Okay.
it comes closer.
He chirps delightfully and says yes, and then keeps doing patrols.
So how does that work?
He's kind of, well, he's my friend, and I cast a spell to get him in the first place, and then he's kind of just there for me when I need him, and he can help me with things like this.
Oh, he's really cute.
Isn't he adorable? His name's Fehal. It means playful from where I come from. Because he came from a playful air spirit.
That's very nice.
I guess it's not an air spirit, it's a fae spirit.
Yeah, it's a face.
Air
fae. Yes.
spirit.
Yes.
Word.
Airfare?
Airfare.
I hear it's very expensive these days.
But he can be about 100 feet away from me until I can't talk to him anymore.
Oh, gee.
Okay.
I love it how you say go.
And then wake him up.
Alright, Hans and Franz, you are woken up.
I'll let him know that I killed
Make a perception check.
before I shift, I'll let you know that I killed something and it's in the bush over
Dark,
there.
so I would have
What?
disadvantage.
What? What'd you kill?
Something with wings. They said it was a sprite. I've never seen one before, but
Oh, Sprite.
It was-
Awful.
What did you get? For perception?
For percent 16.
12.
You see it, Josh as Hans and Franz. You kind of see it looks like there's a tiny bit of blood splattered all over Nora's bag.
Oh, you want to clean this up? It's very sticky. Awful. Awful once it dries.
So why did you kill it?
I saw it messing with Nora's bag, and I wasn't sure if it was good or not, so I figured rather be safe than sorry, especially since it was invisible.
And there's something else awful on you.
Ah,
You never know what's in the forest.
Yeah, no, it's...
Anything can happen.
Mhm.
Exactly!
Before they take over, can I use prestidigitation on that back?
Oh, sure, yeah. It will clean it.
Thank you.
Before I go to bed, I'm going to cast Good Berries too, because then I can have them for 24 hours.
Okay.
And not waste a spell the next day.
Roll perception checks for me. It's becoming daylight now, so you guys aren't at a disadvantage. It's kind of more like low light dawn.
Oh,
Well, and you
okay.
can see in the dark with your goggles, right?
Nope.
Nope.
Still 9.
9.
6.
Did you guys want to talk at all during this time?
Well, obviously we are, because we're not fucking looking out for anything. I mean, sure. Wait, were you changeling form then?
Oh, Jesus, murdered brother!
Yeah, when you woke us up, talking to you, and I'm like,
That's her true
who's
form.
this?
That's,
Hi, Hans and Franz.
that's her true form.
it sounds like Lynn.
Drift globe.
Oh! What happened to you, Lynn?
It's her true form.
She said she had a true form.
Oh, is this what you look like?
It is, and that's why.
That's
it's
amazing.
done.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to go out in the sun more.
Never seen something
Did you,
quite like this before.
I mean, take this as you will, but I mean, it looks like you could maybe do with a little sun.
We live in the sun.
What?
In the sun?
You live in the sun? By the horse! That's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Oh, goodness.
It must be so hot. No wonder your skin is white. It's been burned away.
I didn't mean literally, just meaning that we're always out in the sun doing farming and going to the water
Are you
and
normally...
picking berries. And sometimes we even climb trees. And I like picking flowers.
Well, yeah, you said you like to climb a lot of trees.
I do, it's fun.
Yeah, climb trees is good. It's good exercise. Yeah.
So is this what everyone looks like in your village? I mean, when they're not looking like something else?
Well, yeah, we don't look identical, but we have different features. Like you guys have different features, but yeah, just we all look.
You guys have mismatched eyes?
Do you have
heterochromia?
heterochromia?
We all have like gray eyes.
Oh.
Just some people have big noses, some people have small noses, and some people play with hoses.
We'll come back to that later.
Yeah, I can't right now.
I can't. Oh my god.
It's a euphemism in their village.
I think she's got the hat on the brain, brother.
They all do.
By the 3. It's getting weird. Well,
We'll see you in the morning.
Nighty nighty.
Just leave her hanging, okay?
No, brother.
oh no, she said she was going to bed.
Yeah. Yeah, this is after
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
Yeah. I was just waiting for her to go to sleep.
Okay.
good.
You know, brother, having been away from the village for 13 years, we've seen the most amazing things in the last few months.
It's almost like a
Flying
camping.
sheep, goblins, pixies.
And points to the bloody bush.
Brother, a couple months? It's been a couple days.
Oh right.
It's been like
It's been a month.
2.5 weeks.
Something like that.
Yeah, since you met them on the riverboat coming into
Right.
Fayen.
Yeah. But had we been to Fayen prior to that? Oh, okay.
That was our
Oh, okay.
before,
And now a changeling. What in the world's next?
I'm
Darklings, blink dogs.
hoping for maybe a giant wolf, or maybe a giant bee, or a giant nightingale. You know,
Those would be amazing.
yeah, the things that, I mean,
That we're
that's
looking
why we're
for.
here.
Yeah. I'm kind of apprehensive about the wolf. The bear told us the wolf really didn't want to see us. The horse even said it too.
Yeah, but it makes me want to see him even more, because I feel like he's the one that I have to prove myself the most to.
Probably.
So,
Probably.
I mean, they will. I mean, we'll find them as we will, but we have to keep our eyes and ears open. What was the huntmaster's name? That like
Tristan Prez.
Tristan. He didn't know of anything out here, so I was hoping somebody who's been out in this area, a hunter or whatever, would maybe had some information. But
What if maybe Lynn has something? She's a storyteller, and Grandma's a storyteller. What if they actually know something?
I mean, maybe they do, but she's also like almost the complete opposite direction from where she was going.
Yeah, but we don't need to know where they are.
Well, we do.
Exactly. We just need kind of a general direction, you know?
Yeah, we can ask her. That's a good idea, brother. Do you trust her?
I mean, I don't know. You know, she storyteller, plays some music, very friendly.
What's with all the bards?
That's what everyone keeps picking who wants to be a guest. If Dan is a guest in this game, he's not allowed to be a bard.
Or he has to be a bard.
I think he
What's
has
wrong
to
with
be.
What if bards are just like the MO for guests?
Okay,
Yeah.
tell me you're not having a little bit of fun with it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Nora loves you, so
That's great.
No,
Yeah.
I'm having fun with it. I think it makes sense that you guys would encounter bards a lot because they're travelers and they would be in
Exactly.
weird
Right.
places.
Yeah.
So all guests must be bards.
Um,
Canon.
But
Yeah, I
mean, it
think I
seems-
trust her. A little bit.
Seems weird that we just met in all the years that we traveled, we maybe came across a couple of traveling minstrels or bards or what have you, and we've met 2.
3.
3.
The NPC.
Yeah, she's cool. And so is Song.
Wow.
I'm saying 3's a pattern that somebody may be putting together for us. We've taken to the bards. Now another one drops in our lap.
What do you think that? Well, maybe if there's a pattern, we gotta keep with it. Maybe that's part of the
maybe-
horse's plan. Maybe fate has bards leading us to where we need to go.
Comes in 3s, man. No.
Seems reasonable.
Yes.
Alright, brother.
I convinced you?
Yes. Power of 3, Medaya.
It all comes together. It all relates. So, in the morning, we'll ask Lynn if she's heard of the sacred totems.
Okay. Where are the Bendaya in relation to us? Where's our tribe?
The Bendaya are a little bit south and a lot of west to you.
Really?
Yeah. Here, I'll pull
Oh.
up the big map because there's some spoilers.
I suppose, yeah, Feyen is really close to the northernmost
This
part.
isn't 100% accurate. Feyen is roughly here. Each one of those hexes is about 60
Oh, wow.
by 60, so it's 2 days of travel.
Right.
Mountains is difficult terrain, or if you're off a road, so it might be 3 to 4. Your guys' winter village is all the way
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah.
So it's quite a ways away.
Okay.
Look, I'm so close.
You're way up there, and then there's the secret village Nora and Rowan are from.
Got it.
Got it.
You guys don't know that. Fucking metagamers.
Hey, we haven't metagamed yet.
Are you saying you fucked?
I mean, not together yet. We haven't consummated that portion of our relationship.
Yeah, no.
But
I mean, I know one of you has.
We ain't no virgins.
boom. Which one of us do you know?
My husband, because I've had sex with him before.
Seems weird.
You guys had
Seems
sex?
fishy. I don't trust it.
Wake up, keep going.
No.
Oh.
No, we don't wake up. Well,
I know you're
Well, that was nice knowing you
Yep,
guys.
everybody else. Guess I gotta do my halfling.
Roscoe P. Coltrane.
Roscoe.
The return of Roscoe P. Coltrane.
Yeah, I had a rogue halfling named Roscoe P. Coltrane, and he was awesome.
All right.
So
You guys are talking about if you trust Lynn or not, and in the faint corner, like, of your ear, you hear, the soft musical notes of a pan flute, and I need both of you. Is there a fucking save for this?
Hope so.
No, there's not a save for it.
Oh no.
You two just start slowly falling asleep.
How long
like
have I been
is it
asleep?
like we immediately just like fall asleep?
It's
Or we have,
like
a
you're,
little bit of
it's,
time?
We get
you
a
hear
little
the music and
lethargy.
it kind of puts you a little bit in a trance.
Is Rowan still up at this point?
I'm sentry mode.
Rowan can't be put to sleep, so he doesn't have to make a save for this
But
or anything.
do I see what's happening?
You hear music and you see them falling asleep.
How long have I been asleep?
In Sentry mode? Well,
Yeah.
ever since, like, Nora and you?
Like how
And then
long
the
have they been on watch right now?
Only about, like, 30 minutes.
Oh, correct.
So we just killed the fairy.
And
We
also-
sat for like an
Yes.
hour, switched shifts, and then a half hour later.
Yep.
Correct.
You got something there, buddy?
Spurule would be back.
Do you
in the
have
arm.
something that would... It doesn't have a save for this.
The only thing
but
I would say is divine sense. To see if I can figure out what
a
something
free
is.
act, you like
It's
as
an
an
action.
action? Yeah, I'll let you get a ping off of that. You get a sense from a little ways away. There is another little fairy creature. Is it for divine sense? Does it tell you what kind of creature it is, or no? Does it just say?
Yeah,
presence
you know
of strong
what kind.
evils registering yourself like blah, 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 blah. As an action, you can open your awareness to detect such forces. Till the end of your next turn, you know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover.
Oh.
You know the type, celestial fiend or undead,
Mhm.
of the being whose presence you sense, but not its identity. Like, I won't know if it's like
Oh.
straw.
Oh, Faye
is what
isn't in there.
No,
No.
that's
Oh.
only Oath of the Ancients gets Faye.
I've
I
let
thought
you.
Faye was in that one
Mm-mm.
I've let you use it before though.
for the
Faye.
undead.
No, because you asked what the pings off of them were, and I said you got Faye pings.
Oh,
Um,
that's fine.
that's nah.
It's fine.
Okay.
That was more of a flavor sense. This
Yeah.
is
Yeah, you're not. It's not celestial fiend or undead, so you're just like you get that off, and then you're asleep. It's not really you're more of like a slow drowse. but you hear this music, and it's quite relaxing.
Happy we have a tree man.
I think Rowan would get up, go over to them and try and shake
Before
them awake.
you do that, you hear a voice that's very charming sounding, and it's like, "Oh, fairy friend, don't wake them up. It'll ruin the fun."
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up!
As you camped outside of town for the night, you ran into this mysterious satyr and his trickster friends. But what other dangers lurk in the forests at night? Find out next time on Guardians of Fehal.